Hi, this is Tanya. Just doing a live for the Cancer new moon that we have on the 2nd. I think it's Tuesday. So I'm just going to wait for some people to come in before I start, and hopefully some people do. Right, okay, there's starting to be people coming in here. Right. First of all, excuse the state of my hair. Secondly, I'm sorry about the fan. Is it actually affecting the sound really, really badly? We're in the middle of a heat wave at the moment, and it's like I say, without this fan, it's like, oh wow, hi April, oh my god, it's you, yay, it's me. Good morning, Angie. Good morning for your animals' health, Jess, April. You don't hear it. You don't hear me, or you don't hear the fan. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, sounds good. Oh, great. Yeah, it's literally at the moment. I'm not complaining, but it's tough. It's tough. If we're not down on the beach, then it's really hard. I'm so happy to see you this morning. Oh, great. Yay, hey, Tanya. No fan noise. Brilliant. So I wanted to talk about this Cancer new moon that we have on Tuesday, and also we're starting eclipse season as well. There she is. Hey Chris, how you doing? Are you back in the UK? And are you back in Newcastle next week, Chris? Because I go back to Newcastle on the 3rd. I'm there for 7 nights. So if you're around, it would be cool to meet up as well. Hey, Haley. Right, so like I say, I'm just going to talk about a little bit what I've been getting from Spirit about this new moon, this solar eclipse, and it's all good, it's all positive, but it's as always, it's not easy, and it's especially not easy if we're resistant. So before I start with that, I'm just going to have a little catch up with everybody. So those of you that want to hear the reading straight away after this, okay, there will be a timestamp or something like that, so you don't just have to listen to the chit chat. For your animals' health, the cruise you're offering seems awesome. Yes, a little bit about this. If anybody wants to check the website, Sail Experience Away, I've been asked to collaborate with it. Now, these are dear friends of mine, just the most amazing people. I've been feeling very, very blessed recently. So it's a cruise of Croatia where there's going to be practitioners, there's DJs, there's artists, there's musicians. It's almost like our own little festival, but kind of a wellness festival where you can be yourself, okay, which is actually quite interesting considering what's been coming through with this. I never put the correlation there with the two of them. So if anybody wants to look at Sail Experience Away, I will be there for the week as well. So there's me, there's different practitioners who work on different forms of healing and sort of empowerment, as well as musicians, as well as just genuinely lovely people. If the world was full of people like this, then we wouldn't have any problems at all. So thank you for mentioning that there. Mercury shadow is already faffing with my Wi-Fi. I've been, honestly, this last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to do the videos or anything because all the electrics are just, I'm blowing them all the time, but that's a good thing. I've been on such a downer all weekend. You don't know why, Magic. Often this energy, as I mentioned in the last video, sometimes it's that we're down, sometimes it's just that we feel different, and it's kind of recognizing which is which, because when we have all of these planetary energies going around, it can mess with us. It can mess with our mojo kind of thing. Hey, Robin. Hi, Tanya. It's right time. Expecting. Yeah. Festivals for the rest of us. It's not at all. I don't know why. Right. I'm sorry, I don't understand that, Magic. But it's like I say, if something's coming up, it's coming up for a reason, okay? This is it. When we feel a bit icky, we're usually like, right, okay, and we try and push it down. But it's about facing it. It's about saying, right, okay, what is it you want to talk about, and sitting down and talking about it, because the more we try and push it away, the more it just keeps on knocking as well, you know. So does anybody have any questions or anything like that before I start? I've got some notes here, so of what I've been getting. The amount of notes I have on this phone now is just ridiculous. Yeah, I need to put them all down in paper one day. I might do it on the plane actually when I'm flying next week. Felt different but not bad, and feeling so much love because I had 2 5-week-old kittens. Oh wow, happy kittens. Heavy energy. I feel it's going to be an emotional one, okay? So this is it, and it's whether you're scared of your emotions, you know, and yeah, it's we're going to delve deep again, but this is what we've got to do. When you're talking about love, they're feeling so much love. This last 2 weeks has really opened my eyes on love, on different aspects of love. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and I feel it's a video in itself. You know, I really do. I want to try and get things down on paper so that they're a bit more in order, you know. But wow, I've witnessed love on such a deep level in so many ways, you know, amongst myself, with friends, you know, and it's really like I'm seeing the bigger picture of it, you know. I had a big realization myself. I'd done an amazing ceremony. Those that are on Instagram will have seen the pictures of it, and I'm going to be working with this shaman again because we had this connection straight away. But yeah, it was kind of, I realized my own barriers towards love and things like that, and it was almost like, yeah, I give it, that is the only way I know how to live, you know. From being born, that's what I've give. But when I get it back, it's almost like I get it and I'm like, right, okay, that's nice, thank you, but then what do I do with it, you know? It's yes, so there was a big realization about that and about my ideas of love as well, giving and receiving it. So yeah, it's interesting. The new moon is on the 2nd. It's on the 2nd of July, so that's that Tuesday. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to England for a week on Wednesday because my daughter is graduating, so I've got to be there for that. So I'm doing this now on a Sunday so that at least I get something up for you. July the 11th, my birthday. What is in store for me? Excited, still got lots of understanding of self, but 3-year complete transformation, Tanya. Yeah, this is it. It's a continual journey for us, you know, and this is the beauty of it. This is the actual beauty of it as well, you know, that we're continually learning. But we might think, oh God, another thing we've got to go through or something like that. But then when we look at how far we've came, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. Love coming in from so many different directions, not just the stereotypical between humans. Love of the planet, animals. Exactly. We're right in the same groove there for your animals' health. You know, this is it. It's the bigger picture. It's when we put love in, like how Hallmark do it, it just doesn't, it's not enough for the vastness of what it is. You know, but yeah, when I'm talking about that, love is some scary shit. No, it's not. It's not. The only thing I think you've got to be scared of within love is yourself. Okay, I really feel that is what it is, because it's how we react to love. Love itself isn't scary. Love doesn't cause pain. Love doesn't cause us to feel crap or rejected or dejected or anything like that. It's us that do that. You know, love is love is love is love is love. That is all it is, you know. So if you feel it's scary, there's something inside of you that needs to kind of open to, why are you scared of love? You know, because our soul wants to embrace love. Our soul, that is what it is. It is love, you know. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, when we're just talking quickly, I like to share my personal experiences with you, because, you know, people then say to me that it makes them relate to things. Okay, and as we're talking about journeys, and we're talking about how far we've came. And a couple of weeks ago, I was at a little market here, which always has music on and everything, and it's just such an amazing vibe. And I was sitting there, and I had my cousin over from the UK, and I was with my friends, and I'd met friends there, and it was just so wonderful. and the band stopped playing, and they put a song on. They put like background music on, and this song came on, and bam, it took me back to a place. It was Baby I Love Your Way by Big Mountain, I think. And it took me back to probably about, it was before I had my daughter. God, over 20, she's 22. So probably about 24 years ago. And it transported me. I was instantly back in my old sitting room, and I was watching a movie called Reality Bites. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's an old movie. It had Winona Ryder in and Ethan Hawke. And I was 21 at the time. And bizarrely enough, Reality Bites, it really did this day. So it took me back to this place, and I'm watching this movie, and I'm 21-year-old and thinking my life is over. Okay, that is where I'm at. I'm in a space where I have everything I need. I have my house, I have my partner, I have all of this, but I was desperately unhappy. And I was watching this movie, and it was all about community and friends and friendships and the trials and tribulations and love and all of that. You know, it was a kind of coming of age movie. And I remember sitting watching it thinking, God, that is the life I want. You know, I really want that. I'm never going to have it. My life is over now. And this is at 21. Then my partner at the time came in. There was all uproar, which there always was. And at the end of the movie, I cried and I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed at this movie. And like I say, my partner was like, why are you crying? It's not even that sad. And I was like, I'm not crying for the movie. And this song was at the end of it. So instantly this song played, and then I was transported back, and I seen all of this like a movie. And then my eyes were instantly just opened again to where I was. And I'm sitting on the stairs. I had a beer in my hand. All of my friends were around me. They were dancing. They were smiling. The sun was shining. And I was sitting and I started laughing, and I didn't know whether I was laughing or whether I was crying. But instantly it was like, wow, I have that life and much, much more, you know. So it was such a moment of gratitude, of appreciation. And, you know, at that time, at the age of 21, I never thought I would be living how I live now. And it really just brought me back into the moment. And, you know, it made me believe that anything is possible. You know, there's always a way, and whatever we go through is always just leading us to something else, you know, making us realize where we don't feel good, where we don't fit. And then that will propel us to go and find where we do. So thank you for listening to that. Sorry, it was a real defining moment for me, you know. I've had quite a few on this island recently, and, you know, the island said to me the other day that you thought Ibiza was beautiful when you first got here. Now you realize the true beauty of it. And this is the way it can transform things and transform us as well, you know, because it really does. It shows you so much here, you know, that you've got to do the work if you want to get through it, but the rewards are massive. So, right, okay, love is what you make it. Love is pure and infinite. Yeah. Sometimes we love the wrong people, but we can always love the right ones again. Don't be scared. I feel it's not the wrong people. I feel everybody is the right person, even if they're the wrong person, if that makes sense, Haley. You know, just recently I've had a realization, and I feel that we've got to have a deep gratitude for everybody that crosses our path. You know, everybody, whether they've hurt us, whether they've loved us, whether they've wronged us, whether they've righted us, whatever, is everybody who comes into our contact is some sort of lesson, and there's something we can take about it. They all show us a different facet of us. They can show us things that we don't like about ourselves and that we need to change, or things that we do like and that we need to embrace. And this, funny enough, is what the Cancer Moon is about. I can't believe I finally caught you live again. Hi, Cindy. You had the same experience, yeah? It was just poof, you know, it was like, wow. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, everything is a lesson, yeah. Yeah, so all people are a lesson. You know, I would never know good love if I'd never had it. Exactly. And I've said this before, that, you know, one of my old teachers once asked me, he said, do you know why we're here, Tanya? And I was like, yeah, we're here to experience what love is. And he said, no, you've got it all wrong. We're here to experience what love isn't. Because when we know what it isn't, then when we are presented with what it is, then we know it, we believe it, we trust it, we're not scared of it, like what somebody said there, you know. So right, I'm going to get on with, just like I say, I had to write notes because there was quite a lot coming through, and then I'm going to get on with the readings for everybody. So yeah, we always a reason why we meet somebody, always, you know. There's never not never not. It's just sometimes we don't see it. Okay, and this is what I feel the universe is doing at the moment. It's showing me personally. I don't know if it's affecting many of you, but I do feel it will, because a lot of people I'm speaking to are feeling the same thing. It's showing us the bigger picture, not just from our view here. It's showing us, right, okay, that happened, so that happened, so that happened, and you're like, right, okay, the hat goes on the head. I get it now. I'm so excited to find love companionship again. Yeah, and the thing with that, Cindy, is like I say, it's great to be excited for it. But last Saturday, I had such a beautiful day. I was with my friend. We were at the sea. It was very magical. There was a friend of mine going through a very, very tough time. But even I seen the beauty in that. And we came back here, and, you know, the candles were lit, the music was on, and I totally had a moment. And there was a part where I was like, right, okay, you know, my life is that good at the minute. All I need, you know, well, not what I need, but wouldn't it be nice to have somebody to share it with? And then I kind of thought, no, it wouldn't. That would spoil it. Like, I am doing what I want to do. I have, for the first time in my life, I have no responsibilities. As in, obviously, I have my daughter, but she's living her own life in England, you know, and I have nobody else to think about but myself. And it's the first time in my life. So it's yeah, as a partner, as a companion, I kind of don't need that, you know. Yeah, a lover, something like that. Yeah, great. But it's my life is so good at the moment that I'm not prepared to give that up. And it was such a realization, because I think we all have in the back of our minds that, all right, okay, when I have that, then life will start getting good. And like I say, I'm off to Croatia. I've got this coming up, that coming up. I've got all these opportunities coming, which if there was a partner there, I would have to kind of, not that you have to compromise yourself, but if you are prepared to go into a partnership, then you've got to be prepared to think about how your actions are going to affect that other person as well. So I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Alex. I'm so sorry. Partner should compliment you. Oh yeah, or walk your groove with you, you know. You don't want to have to keep stopping to pick somebody up or chasing ahead for somebody. It's like, hey, I'm going this way, are you coming? You know, and that is when it's great, you know. And this is when you're meeting a lot of interesting people, you know, and there's a thing for everything. I'm just sitting saying to the universe, right, I'm getting you. What do you have in store? Right, okay, so yes, everything is perfect exactly how it is, or everything is exactly how it should be. Whether it's perfect or not, this is something that we need to address. And I really feel that this is what this coming Cancer moon is, because this Cancer moon is talking. So this is what we're on 18 minutes, okay, for the timestamp. So this is when the reading starts. Well, the psychic reading. So yeah, so I feel this Cancer moon is talking about home. Okay, now I don't mean home as in where you live. It's almost where you reside, where this is in front of you. Okay, inside of you, sorry, and not in front of you. Right, why did they say in front of you there? There'll be some reason for that. So yeah, so this is where you are secure, where you have your roots. Okay, now a lot of times we have our roots where we think they should be, where the imprint of them was. Now, oh, Haley, thank you so much for that, darling. Thank you. Like I say, I'm going back to my hometown on Wednesday, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going back to see my daughter. I'm going back to see my friends, which I'm really excited for. But I don't feel an affinity to that place. I really feel that after I come away from this time, that's it. There's no reason for me to go back. You know, that is not my home anymore. It was a place where I was raised, but I don't feel that it's my home. And this is what it's talking. It's about, you know, do you need to replant your roots? Because just because you have roots somewhere doesn't mean that you have to stay there. You know, what you can do, you can uproot it and you can replant it somewhere else. You know, sometimes we do this. Sometimes we do this with plants. You know, they need a different soil, or they need a different environment, you know, once they've grown so big. And this is it. It's almost like, you know, have you grown out of your surroundings? You know, are you still safe and secure? Do you still feel that's home, or is it nostalgia? Now, yeah, I think home is where you feel your peace. Exactly. You know, that's it. And where you have this peace within yourself, that is home, you know. And so as well with this, we have the Cancer moon. The Cancer is emotional. So it's going to be quite an emotional time, but in a good way. Okay, our emotions are always there. They're saying their emotions. The emotion is to keep us in motion. Emotions are there to be. I've never thought about that before. Emotions are there to be took notice of, so that we can set the wheels in motion, kind of thing. You know, this is what it's actually pushing us to do. So there's going to be a lot come up over this new moon and the solar eclipse about our mother as well. Now, when we think of a mother, our instant thought is a mother should be nurturing, comforting, a safe place. You know, I mean, if we're talking about home, it's where we were born. We were grown in that womb. Okay, and many of us have different relationships with our mothers. Some of us haven't got mothers still around now. Some of us are mothers. Okay, so it's the whole aspect of it here, and it's asking you to look at your relationship with your mother, or your relationship when you were younger with your mother. Okay, was your mother somebody who encouraged you to play, who give you the attention to play, to make a mess, to discover who you were? Or was your mother too intent on the need to make everything perfect, to have the perfect home life, to have everything clean, to have everything like that kind of your needs weren't met? They were met in a way, but you know, it was more like a superficial thing. You know, that I know my mother, she loved me dearly, and I'm not dismissing that fact, but a lot of times it was like, yeah, but I've got to clean the house, I've got to clean them cupboards out, I've got to do that. And you know, it was almost like, all right, okay, but can we not just spend nice time, you know? And I remember my daughter loved it, because there was a couple of times I said to her, right, okay, well, you're staying off school today. And she was like, why? And I was like, there's a new the Stone Roses documentaries on it at the cinema, you know, or the Banksy documentaries on it at the cinema. And she was like, you're keeping me off school for that? And I was like, yeah, it's educational and we're going to have fun. So, you know, these are things that we're having to look at around a mother as well, because often when they're trying to look after us, it's actually our needs can be not met, if that makes sense. And we need to look at what we have inherited from our mother as well. Okay, the good things, the positive things, but also there might be some little bits that we've inherited that aren't healthy for us. And if we found them as triggers when, you know, from our mothers, then we need to look at why we are still carrying them as there as well. Sorry. So it's like, what is positive, what is negative here? So there's a lot coming up. And like I say, this is about our security, but it's deep, it's emotions, but it's good, okay? And what they're saying here is you've really got to feel the feels. Thank you so much for that, Kate. Thank you. We've really got to feel the feels over this solar eclipse and this new moon, okay? New moons are a great time to start an intent. This is it. And we've got to feel, okay? When we start to feel, this is when we start to heal. When we start to heal, this is when we start to hear our inner voice, okay? So it's all a knock-on effect. And, we need to cry as well, because, if crying comes up, then let it come. Okay, it's something that needs to be released. And I always feel that crying washes your eyes so you can see clearly as well. Now, this new moon is under the sign of Cancer. And what this is saying here is, what do you hide underneath that protective shell? If we think of Cancer, the crab, okay, they have this protective shell, but they're all soft and gooey on the inside. So this is it. It's what are you hiding under that shell? Crack that shell open, because this is when the emotional healing will come. We need to allow light into our heart. Okay, Spirit said to me the other day that when we allow light into our heart, this is when we become light-hearted. Okay, I'd never put the two together. And this is how children are so light-hearted, and children are so full of play and, and beauty and innocence as well, because they have light in their heart. The shadows haven't gone into it yet. And this is what we need to do. We need to allow that lightness into our heart, into all the chambers of our heart as well, even the dark places where we're still carrying pain or scars from the past. Okay, if we allow the light to shine on them, then them shadows or them dark places will disappear. Because when we turn the light on in a dark room, the dark ceases to exist. And this is what we need to do within our hearts as well. And when we are light-hearted, this is when whatever comes our way, we can deal with it, and we deal with it in a beautiful way, because this solar eclipse and everything is all coming for us to clear karmic patterns, to clear karmic debts, to start afresh or nothing, like the Fool again, the number 0. And what they're saying here as well is self-love is massively paramount at this time. Look at how you're caring for yourself. Care for yourself in the way you would expect a mother to. So whether you have a mother around, whether you have a bad relationship with your mother or a good one, it's treat yourself as if you are your own child, because this inner child is what needs the nurture. This inner child is what needs the time for you to say, okay, we're going to talk, we're going to play. Let me, be there for you. Tell me what you need. Okay, so you need to be the person that your inner child needed when you were a child. Okay, and we can do that now because we have the knowledge. So we need to go back inside of us and say, right, okay, you wanted an adult then you've got it. One of my dear friends over here, she's amazing, Aura, and she's a singing and activator, and her healing is just out of this world. But I think she's 49, and listening to the stories of her life, she went at 21 and she traveled with a busking company for years. She's lived on the island for 30 years. And, I said to her last night, I said, God, I wished I had somebody like you around when I was growing up. My life would have been so different, because she is an inspiration. She is somebody that sees it in a different way, and she knows how to enjoy life. She's got very little stuff, but the memories and the stories, and I buzz off her. I absolutely buzz off her, So this is what we need. We need, who that inner child, who do they need as inspiration? Who is going to be their superhero? And their superhero is going to be you. Okay, so it's you're being your own superhero as well. So this is it. And we need to take responsibility for our life. We need to embody who we really are, because if we're not, it's almost like we've been given this life and we're not living it to its true potential. So what this moon is saying in this solar eclipse is, are you willing to let go of what you've had in order to live the life you want? Because it's there. Okay, it's absolutely there. Yeah, that could be why it's bringing you the playful kittens. That's it. They're playful, they're loving, it's unconditional, and it's bringing us back into being lighthearted as well. So nothing that happens is by chance. Okay, this solar eclipse is when we're in eclipse season. There are so many fated things happen. Okay, so we need to take notice. This solar eclipse is coming to provoke changes in us, okay? And it's like the universe is saying to us, okay, right, you want change? We're opening all the doors for you. Where are you going to go? Because the universe wants us to live our full potential. If we don't, it's kind of like, there's people out there that would love to be able to do it and can't. So it's like, come on, you've got this chance. You've got to be brave, because bravery is always rewarded. And this is saying, what is it you want to do? Where is it you want to go? Go out and try it, experience it. Don't wait for one day or someday or whatever, because that's never going to happen. The time is now, and you will never make a wrong decision if you follow your heart and follow your gut. At least you will try, because I've said this time and time again. When we are lying on our deathbed, we don't say, oh, I wished I'd worked more, or something like that. It's like, God, I wished I'd spent more time, with my friends, with my family. I wished I'd allowed myself to be the person who I was inside, and we've got to stand up for ourselves. And this is what this solar eclipse is saying. Now, I'm just having a look at something, because that's brought something through as well. Yesterday, I was at the beach, and I don't know if you can see that, but there was a little seagull, and I was just sitting watching it. And the words came to me from the book Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and it said, we're free to go where we wish and to be what we are. And that's it, go wherever you want to go and be you. That's all you need to be. If you're not being you, you're not being authentic, okay? You're not living your life. You're not being true to you, and you will never find happiness or the security that you want, okay? The only way you can find that security is when you tap into you, and that is when you go home. That is where it is. The home is in here within you. And when you are fully authentic, and when you are living in the way that you really want to and desire to, and you are completely accepting of who you are, that is when you've kind of made it. This is what it's all about. And again, like I say, I'm going back to England, and it's really funny, because I've got this dress for my daughter's graduation. I tried it on the other day, and my friend was with me, this amazing rapper from LA. He channels raps. It's like, wow, and I said, what does this look like? And he went, God, you look like a priestess. You look like a goddess. So it's mad. It's bright. It's got gold on. It's whatever. And I was looking for a little headdress as well. And my friend was like, you wearing that to go back to Newcastle? And I was like, yeah. And then I went, yeah, I am. This is what I would wear here. This is who I am here. So like I say, in Newcastle, I'm going to get a big splash of color, and really, I don't care. That's the beauty of it. So this is it, when I'm fully embodying. I'm not going to change me because it might make other people uncomfortable. I'm past doing that. That was what kept me stuck and kept me, not living my true potential. So this is all coming up to say to you, what's this triggering for you? Are there any areas around you that you're kind of going, oh, right, yeah, I do that as well. Or, oh, right, okay, yeah, I do that. Because this is what we need. If we can't stand up and say, this is me, if you don't like me, I don't care. There are people that do. And what you will find is the people that gravitate to you are the people who are also authentic. Because when you are standing in your truth, you give people permission to do the same. Okay, and this is where you have really, really strong connections. This is where you can say to somebody, you know what, I've just connected to you, but bam, there is something important that we have to work through. And they go, right, yeah, I get it. Rather than people going, oh, look at that weirdo. It's not about that. It's about, when people are being true, there is no fear there. There's no fear of rejection. There's no fear of judgment. Everything disappears. So all you have in that moment is truth, one soul meeting another soul, and connecting and actually trying to figure out, what is it we're here to do? What is it we're here to do together? So I hope that makes sense to you. There was a lot in there. Sometimes I think I should be more articulate on these videos, but I'm who I am. This is the way I work. I got a great guy I met a few months ago sent me a message the other day. It was connected with this Croatia thing. And he said to me, he said, do you know the power of your words? He says, the ripple effect that you have. He said, after us speaking, he said, it really changed things for me. And then I ended up changing things for other people because of that. you know, and he said, I'm blessed for this connection. And it's beautiful when people say that, because I said, you know, I'm not the most articulate. And he, well, what do you mean? Do you know what I mean? You don't need to be articulate, you know, when your words say what they do. So, you know, yeah, and stuff like that. It's nice to hear that, and it kind of gives you confidence in what you're doing as well. Have I missed Virgo? Yeah, I haven't done any of them. I've just been going in with what I'm picking up psychically, Mark. I had to take time to get to know myself so that I can be more authentic. Exactly. And this is the beauty. Oh, Terry, we love you just the way you are. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, we've been in safe mode for so long. That's it. And safe mode is not good. You know, we need to be in love mode. But this isn't in love with a partner. This is in love with life, in love with ourselves, you know, in love with everything that's got to, that's there to be offered to us. We need to be in love, and in order to be in love, we need to step into love, and that means stepping away from fear. Okay, and this is it. It's the energy behind what you say. Exactly, it's the intent. Intent is everything, and some people might take that intent the wrong way, but if your intent was coming from a good place, then that's their bad. You know, that's their bad. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You always make me smile and think. Thank you. I actually got free potatoes the other day. I was at Namaste. There's a party night here on a Wednesday night, and it's beautiful. It's very spiritual. There's 3 different stages, and you know, we just go, we hang out. It's all lit with candles and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I very rarely drink now. You know, I can't have the odd beer or something like that. And you know, I don't really drink a lot of alcohol. But it's a really nice night. I like going there. And the other day I went over to get some food, and I'd asked for the patatas bravas, and he said, oh, there's none left. So I said, oh, give me the sushi then, please. So he gave me the sushi, and then he gave me a portion of patatas bravas. And I was like, and he said, these were the only ones that were left. And he said, I want to give them to you, and these are for you. They're free. And I went, why are you giving me these? And he said, because you have the most wonderful smile, and I want to give you potatoes. And I was like, wait, isn't that amazing? You know, free potatoes just because I smiled. Well, yeah, it's little things like that, you know, that make me buzz. So, yeah, smile at everybody. You might get free potatoes. Right. So has anybody got any questions on anything that I've said there? That's lovely. It is, isn't it? You know, it really, really is. That's what I love about this piece. People are nice to each other. People are nice to each other. You know, it's like, yeah, there's not fear there. There's not, people's not thinking, oh, what are they out to get me, you know? So, right, no questions about that. So I'll go on to the readings about what this new moon and this solar eclipse is coming up. But it's like I say, the solar eclipse is coming up to say to us, whatever changes you want, now is the time. You've got us behind you. You've got the backing, you know. I love to smile. People think I'm crazy. So, you know, people think I'm completely mad, you know, and none over here they don't, because everybody's a weirdo. But yeah, some people think I'm completely mad. And it's really funny. I was talking to my friend last night, and I was on about going back to Newcastle, and I said, oh God, you know, straight away I'm stepping into the crazy hippie, you know, Tanya, the crazy hippie, the daft hippie. And my friend said, isn't that strange that over there you're the daft hippie, and on the island we've nicknamed you the Oracle? And I was like, yeah, it's, you know, it's the complete duality to it. But, you know, it's bizarre. Seems so magical and amazing from your Instagram post. So spiritual. You definitely found your tribe completely, you know. And every day, every single one of the people I'm connected with here teach me something. Okay, they give me confidence in myself, but they teach me something because they're in truth, you know. And I can say, all right, this is going on, blah blah blah, and they instantly just switch it. You know, people are very. It's truth, and that is the beauty. That is the beauty of it, you know. Hey Zully, are you a surfer? God no. I can barely even walk. I fall down when I'm walking all the time. So me trying to surf, I couldn't. I would love to be a surfer. I really, really would. And the waves were really big the other day here. My hair looks like I'm a surfer because pretty much, I mean, there's, no hair dryers or anything here. And I'm in the sea and then in the shower and stuff like that. So no, I'm not a surfer, but and never know, maybe watch this space. Yeah, I surf with spirit. That's what I do. I surf with spirit. I ride that spiritual wave. That's what I do. I get crashed on the rocks every now and then as well, but then you get back up and you get on it. We're all surfing the energy. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to have a drink. I'm learning to maintain my happiness regardless of others' energy. Yeah, that's the best thing, Cindy. And it's hard. It really, really is hard. I had, a wobble last week that wasn't mine, but it was something brought to me and it was all triggers. And instantly I felt the tightness and they're like, all right, okay, but it's not mine. Thank you, Angie. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Retiring from my corp job in September, pushing away the fear of it to be authentic me. You go, girl. Absolutely fantastic. You will not regret it. You really, really won't. I promise you that. It won't always be easy, but it's, you're on the right path, and bravery is always rewarded. I truly believe that. So, right, I'm going to start off with Aries. I'm going to start off with Aries, and then I know which way I'm going. So what is this new moon and this solar eclipse? What is it bringing in for Aries? I would love to do these from the beach. I just don't think I would get strong enough Wi-Fi. Right, Aries. Wow, well, this is going to be a good one for you, okay? Now, bearing in mind we have the solar eclipse and then the lunar, it's the eclipse season. So things they take a while to actually work out. But what this is saying here is there is massive focus on your relationships with yourself and with your others as well. Because it's almost like now you're getting out of your head around relationships. So you're not trying to think of how they work and trying to sort of figure them out. You're feeling them. You're allowing your intuition in. So when you allow your intuition into your partnerships or relationships with other people, they can actually really, really kind of, you can see how they're a guide for us, okay? And like I say, whether they're good or bad, but I feel this is a very positive energy here. So it's almost like how relationships can guide us to be a better person and guide us to be the best that we can be as well, okay? So this is quite interesting. And it's almost saying here that when our relationship shows our light as well as our dark side, this is what they're meant to do. It's not all just sweetness and light, because that isn't how life is. So it's really look at, if you've had a relationship that's been bad, about you as well, and when you use it to your advantage, this is when you can kind of say, right, okay, this is promoting healing in me rather than pain. This is helping me rather than hindering me. And this came to make my light shine that little bit brighter. Okay, so I really, really like that one there, Aries. And I'm going to pull a spirit card for you. So yeah, focus is really on relationships for you. Okay, where's that? There's a card just fell out from there. I don't even know where it was. Oh wow, Costa Rica. That keeps coming up for me as well. Right. Yeah, I really feel within this full moon as well, it's almost like, look at where you are exhausted. Look at where you are exhausted with energy, because it's almost like, like I say, the universe is trying to put you on the right path, but it's whether you're prepared to do the work to get there as well, So, right, okay, this is for Aries, and what this is saying is this thing with relationships that this solar eclipse and new moon is bringing in for you is telling you to live in the moment, to let go of the past and not worry about the future. there's an opportunity coming for you that is a massive opportunity for growth and a massive opportunity for peace and for you to master your emotions as well. So you need to embrace it. Okay, so this could even be, you know, from past relationships, really taking that, right, okay, what did I get from that? You know, what did I gain from that, rather than what you lost? Because if we're focused on what we lost, you know, then we're not seeing the bigger picture. You know, we're not seeing why that had to happen. So this is it, seeing it is, you know, I mean, A Course in Miracles says that every relationship we have is an assignment, you know, and we need to do the work with it, and it's an opportunity for growth for us. Okay, so try and see the opportunity, maybe in past ones, maybe in current ones that aren't that good for you. See what you can gain from this, okay, and then you will see kind of, there's like a wide open space I see there, which is beautiful. So that's it for Aries. Hope that made sense. I'm just, there's some of the things they keep putting in my head, and it's like I can't be saying that on the screen. They've been very, very playful this last week, Spirit. Very playful. They were swearing yesterday. That was really funny. Yeah, that was really funny. I was reading for a friend. Yes, it did. Thank you. Cool. Right, okay, so who we got? Gemini. This is for Gemini. Right, they've just started singing Gemini there in my head, but to the tune of Summertime. You know, was it Billie Holiday? When the living is easy, but they're singing it Gemini. Spirit is being its authentic self. Yes. Right, okay, so yeah, the song Summertime, but change it to Gemini. Right, okay, so what it's saying this solar eclipse is bringing in for you, Gemini, okay? I really feel some of you could be clutching at something. It's almost like, you know, you're needing a life boat, you're needing something. It's something that you're wanting to grab hold of. You're wanting some security in some way. But what they're saying is you don't need that. Whatever it is you're doing, you have been successful already, okay? You are holding a lot of fear, Gemini. They're saying that there's a lot of fear in, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, okay? But they're saying that is what an adventure is. So don't be scared of this, okay? They're saying once you step into love and say, right, okay, I'm going to take each step with love, and I'm going to take action as well, then when it is love and when it is inspired action, you know, then you can't go wrong with it. So please be quite gentle with yourself at the moment, because although you might feel that you are letting yourself down, letting other people down, that you are not successful, it's almost saying you are, you know, you are really, you've done some work that is leading to your security. You might feel very insecure at this moment, but I feel by October, it's going to be a big change for you. And whatever happens over this solar eclipse is really going to highlight that, okay? So please give yourself a break, Gemini. Yes, you can't see what is coming up, but that is the beauty of it. That is why life is an adventure. If you knew everything that was coming, you know, then where would the fun be in that? So it's let go of the need to see what is going to happen. Let go of the need for massive planning and just surrender to it. And you will see that, you know, there will be doors open for you better than what you could have ever imagined. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Right, there you go. Gemini. There is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith, trust. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. Expect a joyous and positive outcome. So you don't have to do anything, Gemini, apart from believe, okay, and surrender. And you will be led where you need to be, okay? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let that fear go. So, right, so that's Gemini. So who do we have now? Taurus. Can we do Taurus next? I'm doing Taurus. Yeah, I do them in order. Cindy. It's Taurus, 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 Taurus. That song's still playing in my head. And what is it? The living is easy. Yeah, that's it, Gemini. Listen to that song. Listen to that song, because the words of it are so apt with what you need now. Okay? So that's what you need. Wow, Spirit are really, really working at this moment. So, right, Taurus. Right, okay. So some Tauruses could be going through a little bit of emotional pain. There could be emotional pain. You could be feeling isolated. You could be feeling on your own. This could be even if you're in a relationship or even if you have friends around. There's this feeling of, right, okay, well, I'm only secure by myself, or I'm you're closing yourself in for protection, I feel, to save yourself from further pain. Now, what they're saying here that is going to happen over this solar eclipse and this new moon is Spirit are going to intervene with you. And what they're going to do is they're going to take you straight to the root of this pain. They're bypassing everything else. They're taking you straight to the root of this pain. And they're saying, right, there is the knot, unravel it. Okay, because when you unravel it, this is when your life is going to change. And this is when you're going to get a chance or a choice to do things differently. Okay, so this pain, your pain or any emotional pain that you're holding, this is where it's going to be highlighted. But know that this is a very, very positive thing, because once you actually cut out kind of that cancer, and I don't mean cancer in a physical sense, I mean that thing that's rotten inside, that weed, that's something that's not there. Once you cut that out, then it can no longer grow and spread, and it can no longer affect you. Okay, so it's like I say, this is coming in. It's going to be highlighted. This could even be in the next 3 days, or it could be by the 5th of July. Okay, so it's coming in quite quick. But when you see it, rather than going to, why is this pain coming up again? When you go, right, okay, this is what Tanya was talking about. Okay, this is it. Now I'm going to look at it. I'm going to dissect it, and I'm going to look at it a different way. I read a thing the other day, and I loved it. And it said, when you are slaying your demons, don't just get rid of them, cut them open to see what they've been feeding on. So when we can actually do that and say, right, how have I been feeding these pain? Because, you know, with any cancers or anything, as I mentioned cancer there, with any cancers, they need to feed off stuff. Okay, they need to feed. If they're not being fed, this is why people have an alkaline diet, why people sort their emotional traumas and things like that. But like I say, see what it is that we're feeding it, okay? Because that is how it can survive. And what we need to do is we need to starve it, okay? Nothing can live if it is constantly starved. So this source of pain that you have, it needs to be starved of whatever you're feeding it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, yeah, cut them open. Yeah, do a what you call it, a post-mortem on your demons. You run down about something they did that caused me a lot of pain. That's right. Okay, do I go into that now? Let me finish Taurus reading, and then I will look at that, because I think that's quite important. Good night, Irene. Okay, so I'm going to pull a spirit. I've just got a hair in my mouth. I was talking to my friend on Skype the other day, Danielle, actually, from Joyful Astrology, and it was like I was in a hair ad. I'd just come out the shower and my hair was just blowing all the way because I had the fan on there. Right. Okay, so this one is for Taurus. Right, okay, so Taurus, what this is saying here is that you have free will. You are free to make your own decisions, but you need to take responsibility for any choice you make, okay? Meditate and see what your heart is saying to you. So this is what I was saying before, okay? There's free will. You have the chance to transmute this pain if you want to, but have a look and see, are you wanting to hold on to this pain because that has become a little bit of an identity to you? Okay, so like I say, we have free will. You know, if you want to get better and move on, great, you can. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. But that is where it's going to end up. This pain is going to grow and grow and grow. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Taurus. So, right, okay, so good night, Irene. I've been wondering how to talk to a family member about something they did that caused me pain, okay? I feel the first thing you need to do is not blame them, okay? Not blame them. They caused you pain for a reason. Obviously, I'm not reading for you in general here, okay? But the pain that they caused you was a gift to you, okay? There is something you will have learned from that. There is some new thought pattern that you will have gained, okay? And I feel this person was in quite a bad way themselves, okay? I feel they were in quite a bad way. I don't think it was personal to you. It was was how this person was reacting. When people react in ways that often cause other people pain, it's usually because they're hurting themselves or they're in some sort of pain or fear or whatever. So what this is saying is be concise and be clear with it. So it's not saying you done this to hurt me. What you could say is that situation that happened, I felt a lot of pain with that. Instantly, they're not going to get defensive, because when you go, you do this to me, they go, no, I don't, and they get defensive, so it's almost, that, can we talk about that situation? Because I really want to clear the karma up here. I understand that you were hurting and you were in pain, but that experience or them actions that you had a knock-on effect with me, and I'm not blaming you. I just want to clear this, and stuff like that. So try not to point the blame. Think about, is it your soul speaking or your ego? Your ego will come from a victimhood, and your ego wants to attack, and your ego wants to win, and your ego speaks loudest and knows least, okay? Your soul comes from a loving place at all times. Your soul knows that whatever experience you have experienced with this person, even though it caused pain, was for your personal growth. And your soul always speaks with love. It speaks softly. It speaks kindly. Okay, so when you're talking, try and embody that soul. I hope that makes sense. Yes, a sister and our mother had just died. Exactly. So everybody processes pain in a different way. I had a message from a family member the weekend. Well, not the weekend. Just before the weekend, and it really sent me into a tizzy. I didn't feel good. I felt really bad. It took me a while to respond. And then when I responded, I just said, this is not my responsibility. I understand, yes, this needs doing, but this is not my responsibility. And I hope you can see where I'm coming from, and I'm coming from a place of love, not of lack of love. I'm coming from a place of deep love with this, but that's not my job to step in and sort this. And they got it, they got it, so it's about how we do it, whenever we attack, we're going to get attacked back, and that doesn't solve anything. It just keeps the spiral going. So what we need to do is, come from the heart, come from that place of love, okay, and be grateful for that lesson that person has given us, because we will have gained something in that way, because our pain is often answered prayers. I hope, does that make sense? I mean, like I say, I cannot look at the full situation, but it's like, if you want this to stop and you want completion where you are free as well, it's got to be forgiveness. Because when we forgive people, we're not condoning their actions, but what we're doing is we're setting ourselves free. That gun that we've been holding at our own head, we put it down, and that is how we can forgive. And I know it sounds, it might sound all religious stuff, but it's, we've got to forgive everybody, because if they're hurting people, they're coming from a place of deep hurt in themselves, and hurt people, healed people, heal them. So it's like, which one do you want to be? I want the relationship will be as kind as possible, but it has to be sorted. Yeah, and just say, come on, we need to sort this out. Start with a hug, and then just say, right. And when you're listening, really listen, because they will have their own side. It might not be the right side, it might not be right what they're thinking, but they will have their version of it. So there's always three versions of the truth. There's theirs, there's yours, and then there's the truth in the middle. And people perceive things in different ways, okay? But as Yogi Bhajan said, always remember the other person is you, okay? That other person is trying their hardest in this world. That other person is struggling. That other person is hurting, you know. And what do we do when we see somebody like that? We reach out. You know, we reach out to them because that is what it's in our human nature to do, in our humankind, you know. This is it, humankind. You know, be kind always, always, even to those that hurt you, you know. Yeah, and people learn by example as well. People learn by example. So if you're showing up and you're being what they already blaming someone else, that's the blockage, but it will be fixed. Yeah, but when they're pointing the finger of blame, there's three pointing back at them. You know, blame is coming from the ego. Blame is coming from the ego. Blame is coming because they're scared. And if they're not taking responsibility, that's great, but you don't take responsibility for them. And like I say, by showing up and being in your truth, that often allows people to see it as well. You know, if when somebody's ready for a fight, they're always ready for a fight, you know. But when somebody's ready for a fight, they're not usually expecting to be hit back with love, you know, and that just, you know, it keeps you in your space as well. We all have our personal pain. We do, you know, because it's a part of life. Pain is a part of life. Suffering, you know, is not. That's an option. That's a choice. We choose to suffer, you know, but pain, we all need it. You know, we all need it. Pain is telling us that something's wrong, that's not right, something needs addressed, you know, that's what it does. Choose to be kind, yeah, and be kind to yourself, yeah, totally. Right, so I'm getting away with these. I've already done an hour. I just need another opinion to go ahead with my plan. Thanks again. No problem. De nada. Only love today. Yeah, that's what my bracelet says. Only love today. Yeah, that's what it says. And my new crystal as well. Do you like my new crystal? God, I love it. Give me a fast read, please. No. Right, okay. So this is for who have I done? I've done Aries, Gemini, Taurus. Who's after Taurus? It's after Taurus. Wow, I've just had a memory blank. Taurus. Is it Cancer? Yeah. I'll give you a reading. Not on here, Lala. No, please. Don't offer other people readings on my page. Otherwise, I will have to remove you from it. Okay, this isn't how it works here. Right, okay, so this is for Cancer. Right, Cancer, yeah. Cancer. Right, okay, I'm getting why every time I'm putting these cards out, they're singing. So the song they're singing there when I'm doing this is, what is it? I want to be loved by you, just you, nobody else. I'm a terrible singer, so yeah. I want to be. No, I don't want any readings. Thank you, Lola. Yeah, I want to be loved by you, just you. Yeah, you'll know there. Yeah, I want to be loved by you. That's the song that's actually coming out with Cancers. Okay, so this solar eclipse is coming out in a way where it's really gonna. It's about relationships again, but I really feel there could be something from the past rekindled, Cancer. Okay, there's something where you now have learned a lesson and you are going forward with love. You are going forward in a brave way as well. You're going forward with bravery. You're going forward with an open heart. It's almost like you're being valiant. Valiant, is that a word? Is that a word, valiant? This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting for you. And you're ready to take that leap of faith for love. Cancer, okay? There's something happening over this time, over the next 2 weeks, I feel, where you're really going to feel it in your bones, and you're going to feel it in your belly, and you're going to feel it in every single part of you, and you are prepared to do whatever, you know, to risk looking like a fool for love, you know, and that is absolutely fantastic, because I really feel this solar eclipse is going to really put your emotions in check, you know. I mean, yeah, your Cancer, it's your moon. Ah, right, okay, that's it's like duh. Right, okay. So this is what it is. It's really working for you in a positive sense, okay. And the solar eclipse are all positive as well. So you're really going to kind of master love and be the master of love as well, you know. So wow, you're really taking control of your emotions and control of your life here, and it's almost like you can now use your strength and your passion to kind of catapult this love out to the world, rather than going internal and making you feel shitty, which you normally do, Cancer, okay? So Cancer rising, this is exactly what it is, Cancer, you're rising, darling. This is it. You're really getting, yeah, you're getting it. So expect a level up here, Cancer, okay? A lot of clarity coming and a whole lot of love as well. So I love that one, Cancer. That is great. Wow, eventually. Cancer, they've had a tough time, Cancers. Right. I do hope my Cancer comes back around me and gets that realization. But if your Cancer's not around you now, Mark, then why don't you feel that you really meet somebody who has that realization already? Because if somebody's not around you now, then they've made a choice not to be, for whatever reason, you know. So it's a case of, you know, let them come, let them go, because everybody is an importance. And some people, it's not a long time they're there, you know. It's, you know, they say a reason, a season, or a lifetime, you know. So yeah, I get this a lot when people want readings and they're like, will this one come back to me? Will that one come back? And it's like, if they're not there now, then no, you know. Why do you want to wait around for somebody who doesn't really know whether they want to be there or not? You know, it's not healthy, that. You know, and then people, I want to do a spell to get my ex back. It's like, really? Would you 100% be happy knowing that somebody was only there with you because you had sort of messed with the magic of the universe in some way to make them there? You could never be fully happy with that. You could never have that, you know. So yeah, I just, but that's me. Right, okay. So Cancer, this is all about the journey, and look at this, you know, it's all water, it's rainbows, it's, you know, I love it. There's such a wonderful feeling coming in with Cancer here. So what this says is, you are soaring to new heights. Experiment, play, allow your spirit the freedom to explore new and exciting possibilities for your life. Follow the rainbow across the horizon for a pot of gold awaits. So some of you could be traveling, some of you could be thinking about traveling, some of you could be just, you know, this is it. I'm going after my, I'm taking that leap of faith into life and into love. Okay. Right. Okay. So we have Cancer, and now we have Leo. If there's any moderators on, could you please just keep an eye out in case there's any of the trolls come on again, because I'm really feeling them there. I'm feeling like I need my Palo Santo, and when I feel I need my Palo Santo, that's usually when something happens. Right, so Leo. Oh, thank you, Magic. Ooh. Right, Leo. Really? Right. Leo. Right, okay. So Leo, I feel the flow has stopped with you, okay? This is what's going to be highlighted here. And I feel it's almost like I'm seeing dust marks. I don't know why they're showing me that. You know, when you get like things are dusty, and then you can like write your name in the dust or something like that. You know, it's something. So I feel this is something old. Okay, this is it. This is why they showed me this. It's something old, and it's a feeling of, I feel you. There's a feeling coming from the old where you are feeling out in the cold, right? Okay, and you're not in the flow. Okay, it's almost like I feel trying to push something that isn't. There's resistance against it, and there's resistance for a reason. Okay, and I feel that this resistance is as a response to this not coming from a place of love. This could be from a place of need, from a place of want, or something like that. And it's almost saying you're giving your power away in this situation by forcing something or trying to force something. Okay, and I feel this needs to stop. This is going to be highlighted over this solar eclipse period. Okay, because it's almost like I don't feel you're in joy when you're doing this. It's not like you're enjoying what you're doing. It's hard work. You know, it's hard work. It's like I feel there's a tightness around your shoulders, and like I say, I feel this feeling isolated, feeling like you're on your own, feeling like you can't really speak exactly what. Oh, I've just had a mosquito fly in my eye. Mosquito. Oh, can you see it? It's actually in my eye. Sorry if anybody's got any eye. I know some people hate them. Oh God. Shit, man. Yeah, I think that's out. Aye. Oh man. Bloody mosquitoes. Bloody mosquitoes. Yeah, so where oh man, I don't want to have to stop this. Right, okay, so where was I at? Yeah, so you need to be in joy. Okay, and I don't feel you are. Okay, you're not coming from a place of love, you're not coming from a place of joy, and this is what's going to be highlighted over this solar eclipse, because it's almost like you need to be free, you need to embody, and you need to be able to kind of be yourself, to dance to the beat of your own drum, to be free from these burdens and this heaviness as well that I feel you're carrying, and this needing to force things, because it's kind of getting too much. It's almost like it's gone on now. You know, it's time for you to, do you know what I mean, free yourself from this situation. So I like it. It's good, this Leo. Okay, but it's like I say, you need to get back into the flow. Okay, rather than forcing something. Things are going to go the way they're going to go. It doesn't matter how much you try and control it. You know, it will end up. It's like the little boy, you know, with his finger in the dam kind of thing. You cannot hold things off for that long. Okay, because it's just wasting your energy. Okay, bye-bye. Right. Mosquitoes. You have like a whole flying, and they choose 2 centimeters where your eye is. They're horrible, man. I really, that's the one thing I don't like them. I don't like mosquitoes. My eye's still stinging now. Right, okay. So this is for Leo, spirit card for Leo. Ooh, that one. Right. Again, you've got the free will. And this is, the answer to your question is no. And it's saying, you know, you are free to make your own decisions. Just remember, you need to take responsibility for them. Meditate and see what your heart says. I really feel this is it, Leo, because it's almost like what you're trying to force. It's like, why is this not working? Why am I feeling bad? I'm feeling bad because you're not doing this, or this isn't happening how I want, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's not that. It's your choice to try and fit a square peg in a round hole kind of thing. And if it's not going in, the frustration is coming from your choice, not from the situation or the experience, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's almost like I feel when I'm looking at this, it's like you've put yourself in a cage. You know, you're trapping yourself in this. Nobody is trapping you. that makes sense. Right, okay. So now we're on to Virgo. Right, okay, so a few Virgos in here. Have anybody noticed that there's so many of the tarot readers on YouTube are Virgos? So many. There is a tarot reader who I listened to the other day, and wow, his please give him a shout out, okay? I'm going to give him a shout out because his reading was literally spot on. I mean, like, to the point where I was like, wow, that is pretty insane. And I'm just gonna, sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm not in remembering mode. I'm in work mode. But yeah, his reading was legendary tarot. Okay. There isn't many followers there. Please follow him because honestly, the reading he done, I listened to a couple of them, and wow, they were so on point. And you know what, I absolutely love that when I see somebody who gets it, you know, and they're not doing it for the likes, they're not doing it for the views, they're not doing it for anything like that. You know, they're just starting out and they're reading the tarot, and that is beautiful. So please, that it comes with my utmost recommendation. I loved the way he read. I really did. So yeah, it's legendary tarot. Okay, you all go and subscribe to him now. Okay, all go and subscribe because it really was great. Right, okay, so who am I on to now? Virgo. Yeah, check him out. Oh, poor guy, he's going to be right. Okay, why is all these people coming from? Well, yeah, I can never recommend anything that I haven't experienced, but wow, I was like, yeah, get on, dude. I like that. I like it. Right, okay, subscribe. He's live now, really, is he? Oh wow, that's strange. Oh, I'm good at. Oh man, I can't open another one and speak, can I? In here. Right. Okay. So what we're on Virgo. I want to finish this up so I can go and watch it. Oh no, I actually want to finish this and go to the beach. To be honest, that's the plan. It's so hot. Right, so Virgo. Oh, they're playing with music with me today. Okay, so I've just put the cards down, and the first card that I put the first card down, and bam, they started playing in my head, and it was Elton John. I'm still standing better than I ever did, feeling like a little kid, feeling like a true survivor, right? Right. Okay, so it's almost like this solar eclipse is really going to let you step into a feeling that you have control of your life, okay? And I don't mean control in a bad way. It's almost like feeling that you're not being controlled. Okay, I really like this. It's almost like you've had to find this security within yourself. You've had to let people go. You've had to let situations go as well. And it's almost like that final bit of the puzzle is actually slotting in. And what you get after that is the 10 of Cups. It's like they all lived happily ever after. This is what you're getting. So it's almost, Virgos are very analytical brains, okay? This is what we do. We analyze. But what this is saying is it's almost like we're going to realize, okay, that all of this analysis, it showed me the word, I can't say it. Analyzing, that's easier to say, has not brought us to the conclusion. It's a realization that is going to bring us to this, okay? And then we can kind of put our analytic brain and go, right, okay, eureka, I've got it. Bam, that's the missing piece going in, and ooh, hallelujah, This is it. This is happiness. Okay. So there's a real sense of security coming in for you as well. You know, where you had confusion, there is going to be contentment as well. And it's almost like I feel there's this real, when I talked about in the beginning about rooted, it's almost like I feel your feet are firmly planted on the ground, and they're saying that's why I'm still standing. Right, okay, so I hope that makes sense, Virgo, to you. I'm going to pull the spirit card and see what that says. I like it. I like it. Mastery. This is it. You've mastered it, Virgo, I feel. Happiness. I've had to refit everything in my life. Complete upheaval, clear negativity, left and right. Great. Absolutely great. You know, that's when it happens. When we get rid of everything, that's when we can start again, you know. And there, look at this, Virgo, this is for you. So this is balance. All is perfect, just the way it is. Own and acknowledge every part of you, and you will find the balance that you're seeking. So this is it, you stepping into your power, okay? Stepping into your power, realizing your own power, bringing yourself back into balance, and also this reflection as well, you know, but reflect on everything with love. When you can do that, that is what's going to be reflected back to you, okay? So, right, that's Virgo, what do we have now? Libra. Song also has the words feeling like a little kid, which goes along with the playing. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? What was the song so I can listen? I'm Still Standing, and it was by Elton John. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Yeah, I can't remember all the words to the song, but that's what they were saying. Elton John, I'm Still Standing, yeah. I've been funny with music there. I think it's because it's a Sunday. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Yay! Island girl. Yeah. They say no man is an island. Don't they, Steve? It's a powerful song. Yeah, I'm going to listen to it afterwards. Right. So this is Libra. Interesting. Right, okay, Libra. Right, I feel this could be a bit of a... I want to say to you, Libra, trust, okay? There's a situation I feel is coming in, and it's almost like I feel you're gonna really see that this is you're gonna see it as something that you don't trust. It's I feel there's a lot of head mess in here with it, okay? A lot of you're going to be thinking and what's somebody after, blah blah blah. It's almost suspicion. That's what I feel is coming in, but it's like you're blocking. There's a tower coming down for you, Libra, okay? This is coming down for you, but remember, the tower only comes down to free you, because what I get in here, it's almost like a boof, a power. You know, there's a power coming for you after this solar eclipse, but I really feel the more you try and control something, the more it's going to be a struggle for you, okay? Because it's like you're trying to hold on to something or something like that, and it's right, okay. How do I describe this? I want to say to you that there is a fear coming up of past pain, okay? But they're saying this is just a fear, okay? Whatever you have experienced before, you've already experienced it, so there's nothing to fear, okay? Because what they're saying here is that there's almost like a veil going to be lifted, okay? I'm seeing this veil going to be lifted. I'm seeing where there was blocks. They're going to, like, it's now then getting on the starting block. This is coming in to kind of unravel something that needed unraveling. This is leading you to abundance and happiness, okay? There's a real freedom coming with this, a playfulness, a creativity, you know, a lot of Sagittarius energy coming in here, you know, not as a person, but like it's that type of feeling I'm getting, but it's almost like you're resisting like this, because like I say, you don't trust. There's some negative thought patterns are going to be highlighted for you, Libra, okay, over this solar eclipse, okay? But what they're saying is this is only happening so that you can come back into balance. If you really tip over into the negative, you're going to realize that, whoa, if I go like that, this ship could sink. So you've got to actually like pull it back into balance again, you know. So please be aware of thinking the negative all of the time, because remember, you are the scales of balance. You know, when things are in balance, this is when you work, this is where you need to be. And rather than tipping, you need to be grounded, you know. And there's like an earth energy coming in with here to actually keep you grounded. But I feel you've got all of the elements here. You've got earth, wind, fire, you know, you've got all of them here. But like I say, there could be it might not be the easiest time, but it's there you go, you know. This is not for a bad way. There's a guidance coming for you as well, and it's almost like a completion here. You're going to be stronger. I feel there's nothing to worry about in this at all, Libra, okay? But your mind may tell you elsewise that your mind may tell you different, but it's almost like I feel you need to trust the process, okay? Trust the universe. Nothing is ever given to you for no reason, and nothing is ever given to you to, you know, kind of bring you down. You know, it's actually to raise you up, okay? So when you see that, and this is the end of you, this is you being successful, this is the end of a karmic cycle, you know. This is like, right, okay, feeling on top of the world here, you know. It's a good thing, but because of your resistance, it's going to be harder, you know. It's like, you know, if you want it to hurt, it will hurt, you know. But if you surrender, then it's not going to be half as bad, okay? So right, I've just got a real bad head there, Libra, as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this head. A lot of, you know, please, you are not your mind, okay? You tell it what to think rather than it telling you. Yeah, there's a big door for healing coming for you. This is it, a big door for healing coming for you. Yeah, healing and speaking, and yeah, big door. I like this. I really like this door that they're showing me. Okay, so Libra. What's coming in for Libra? Spirit card. Whoa, there you go. Magic, blessings, transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and an open mind. Boom. There you go. Exactly what I was saying. You know, so that's it, Libra. I hope that makes sense to you. Right, okay. So who's after Libra? Scorpio. Hi there, Tanya. Always nice to see you. I'm from South Africa. My family and I think you're awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Edwina. Right, what's the tune? I haven't even pulled Scorpio yet, but what's the tune? It's like the fairground tune. Where's the music? Right, Scorpio, come on, let's crack with this solar eclipse. I really feel this is going to be a positive one for so many, you know, but right, Scorpio. Oh, right. Yeah, that's yeah, I should have I don't know if I've jinxed this, okay? So Scorpio, what I'm getting here for you, right, is I really feel there's there's an end coming, okay? It could have already happened. It's been quite a painful end, and it's almost like you're not looking at it through emotions, okay? You're looking at it through your ego. You're looking at it through your mind. There's a lot of fear around you, okay? There's fear. There's a feeling of deceit. It seems like there's a black, almost like a black time around you, okay? But they're saying here, this is to bring you clarity, okay? There might be chaos at the moment going around, but after chaos brings clarity, okay? Please do not worry too much about this. Let anything come that's coming, okay? And really, again, very similar to Libras here. It's almost like don't make waves where there are none, okay? Don't focus on the stones on the road. Focus on the wide road ahead, because there's a feeling here of you kind of cutting your nose off to spite your face, I feel. So it's kind of you being stern, being unloving, being unopen, being all of this, okay? And it's not going to serve you well. It's coming from a fear, but it's kind of like it's not making you fierce. It's just making you like look quite cold. And I don't feel that is you. You know, you've got this freedom. You know, there is, yes, shit might have happened in the past to you, but you know, it has to everybody else as well. When you see that there's nothing personal to you, this is when you can see that you have this security there if you want it, you know. But it's almost like I feel there could be an offer of a job, or you could hear of something of a job or a way of making money or something like that. But it's, yeah, there's something around a house, something around security, your security. It's going to be highlighted massively. But like I say, please, you know, please don't cut your nose off to spite your face. That's what I'm getting here, because I feel you could really, your words could actually be in detriment to you, if that makes sense. Yeah, your words could be in detriment. Damon Roberts, Scotland? Why are you saying Scotland? It's getting hot now. It's getting hot. Nearly there. Right. Kuan Yin. So this says, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You are guided and protected by Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, compassion, and transformation. If you have been wavering about proceeding with something that's dear to you, then this is your confirmation. Do it. Okay. Now, before I mentioned about the mother, okay, and this is the energy that's coming in here. And sometimes mothers have to give tough love. And what this is saying, if we embody the Kuan Yin, it's mercy, compassion, and transformation. Okay. What I'm seeing in these cards is coldness, ego, and do you know what I mean? Like cut offness. Switch it. Mercy, compassion, and transformation. That is what this, if you're not stepping into them fully, this solar eclipse is going to be harder for you. It's going to rock your core a little bit, okay? So if you embrace these, then it's gonna help you. It's going to bring you clarity, okay? Like I say, and cut through any confusions. There's a security coming for you, Scorpio, but when you step out of your own way, okay? Good with my Scorpio boyfriend. Can we still have reading next week? Are you talking to me, Magic? Always is one and a good witch intuitive tarot. Yeah, but that's the part of addiction, you know. And what we need to realize as well is that you know, we all sign up for these contracts. Every experience we have, we've already signed up for this. This was the path we choose to take, you know. So Magic, can we still have reading next week? I'm not working next week. As I said, I'm going back to England. You know, I have to spend time with my daughter, so I won't be doing readings. No, I'm, you know, I need to be there and I need to be present as well. So if anybody does want a reading with me, if you click on the link, my earliest availability is the 16th of July. That is it. I am back before that, but I'm booked until that. So it's the 16th of July if anybody wants a reading. Okay, and like I say, I'm not spending all that money going all the way over there to be like, all right, okay, I've got to work. I need to be present with my people. It's been a long time since I've seen them. Okay, so I hope people appreciate that as well. Proud mom seeing your daughter graduate. Yay, that's it, man. She's there. It's like, come on, girl. She was great. She had her exhibition last week, and I'm going to show you. Probably shouldn't. She's if anybody's on my Instagram will have seen it. So she got herself a shocking pink tuxedo suit, which I was like, yes, that's my girl. And where is she? There. So she there. Look at her t-shirt as well, man. It was like she's so the system. But you know what? She's the most powerfully kind anarchist that I've ever met. You know, she's really cool. So yeah, I love her. I can't wait to squeeze her and smell her as well. She's like, Mom, stop it, you know. It's like, no, you're mine. I can do that for you if I want. She's gorgeous, yeah. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul as well, you know. So she teaches me so much. You have so much love to you. Distance from me. Much love to you and from me. Distance from me, yeah. She's a doll, yeah. Can you pick up on what my tiger spirit animal wants to see? It took me 6 months of enlightenment him to go into rehab, hardcore work, wanting to learn how to be grateful and lose the ego-based narcissism. Exactly, but we can, you know, this is the thing, Good Witch Intuitive Tarot, we, you know, when we see it in people, you know, we can often try and guide them, but, you know, it's all we need to do is be an example to them, because otherwise we can get worn out with it. And, you know, it's people's lessons. Sometimes we need to go, this is the way, and then step back, you know, because sometimes we stop them learning lessons by doing the work for them, and that's not the way. And it's very hard, especially with addictions, you know, and narcissism as well. You know, it is very hard. And like I say, the more intuitive and empathic you are, I feel we're drawn to them type of people, and vice versa as well. She's beautiful. She looks like you. She's more beautiful than I'll ever be. She's really, really tall as well. She's got legs that go on forever. Like mother, like daughter. Yeah, she's a bit like, somebody said to me the other day, which I loved it, and they said, you know, Alana is, it's great because she is so much like you in so many ways, but she's so herself as well. They said she's took what you've taught her, but molded it in her own way. She's not a mini me, you know. So I like that, you know. I like that she's managed to do that. Addiction is awful, yeah, it is, but it's also, as I've said before, it's also awful for the addict. You know, to be in that throes of addiction is not a nice place to be as well. Are you getting her on your cruise? No, she's not coming on the cruise. No. This is my time. It's mom time. She knows that. Yeah, she knows that. She's coming over here in August, I think. I think her and her boyfriend are coming over here. So, yeah. So, right, who am I on? Scorpio. Have I done Scorpio? Yeah, I have. Right, so it's Sagittarius. Thank you. I see she's, because I was an artist as well. That's what she's studying, and you know, I always say that she was my masterpiece. That's what she was, my greatest creation. Yeah, addiction is lack of connection. It's very painful for them. Aho, Lotus Tutu. You know, this is it. It's painful to be an addict. You know, it is. I have a lot of addiction in my family, and I myself am an addict of different things. You know, and it's like I say, to say it's not easy. It's not easy being in that space. Right, okay, so Sagittarius. And the sugar daddy. Yeah, it's you know, it's so easy to be an addict. I was an addict. I was addicted to psychics at one point in my life, like seriously addicted at a very bad time in my life. And I was spending so much money, and I really got myself into a bad way with it. And I ended up getting a therapist because I was going to doctors and saying, please help me. And they were kind of laughing at me. I've never really spoke about this a lot, but in a way, that addiction, you know, when I stopped it, what it done was, I feel it really enhanced me as a reader. So because I've been on that other side, anybody who has had a reading from me personally, they know that I go that extra mile. I go deep. I want that person going away when they put the phone down or put Skype down or whatever, or walk out that door with clarity that they didn't have when they came in there. So I kind of used that to the advantage within my work, you know. But yeah, very, very bad time, you know, very bad time it was. So, right, okay, so Sagittarius, what do we have for you for this coming moon? There's going to be changes, okay, and I really feel there's going to be a deepening of a relationship in the motherly form. You know, I spoke about mothers at the beginning. This is almost like, I feel there's really going to be a embracing that, even if, you know, you've had problems in the past, there's going to be an embracing the upbringing that you had, embracing the person you are because of that upbringing. You know, it's almost like having the same vision, and rather than seeing it as, right, okay, there might have been some things that were painful, you're going to see it as, right, okay, I actually have learned a lot there, because this, again, it's all about emotions, okay? And I feel there's some trapped emotions that are coming up around you, Sagittarius, around this this moon, okay? And funny, we're talking about addictions here. There could be some addiction things highlighted that you decide you want to be free from, okay? So there's almost like a release coming for you, okay? Somebody's gonna, like, it's like that pressure valve is going to be released. So all this pressure, this maybe built up pain, this resentment or whatever, it's almost like somebody's going to turn it on. You're going to go like that, and then everything's going to be better, okay? Everything's going to be better. It's like, I'm almost getting there, you know, like when a mother strokes your hair and she's like, there, you know, it's going to be okay. This is what I'm getting around Sagittarius. So there's a real feeling of comfort and nurture, okay, but release coming with it as well, okay? So please release anything that's there. It's you no longer need it, okay? You're going to be all right. You're cared for, you're nurtured, okay? Sagittarius, what is this one? There's not even a tune there. They're just like humming in my head. It's like, come on, Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius. Hey, John. How you doing? Come on, Sagittarius. There's something. Right, okay. Oh, there you go. One came out. Right, there you go. The artist. Funny, I started that with my daughter. Oh, and my daughter is Sagittarius as well. Right, okay. So this says, you hold the infinite power of creation within you, a divine artist. Create something beautiful today. Feel the stars shining. You are one with the universe and nature. The eternal light of creation shines through you forever. So yes, so this is, like I say, you can create this loving, warm environment if you wish, okay? You just need to take that pressure off, let go of things, let them just, let them be, and allow this nurture to come in, okay? Because it's wanting to. Oh, thank you, Robin. Good vibes for Sag. Yeah, I like it. So who are we on now after Sag? Rolling on after Sagittarius. Is it Capricorn? Yeah. Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Right, I'm now getting the song Kick in the Head. It's all, they're all like kind of crooner music, aren't they? They're playing This Must Be the Cancer Moon stuff. Yeah, right, okay, so there's Capricorn. What is coming in for you? This solar eclipse is really gonna, I like it, okay? There's some, oh, sorry, my back is really hurting, my shoulders here when I'm doing this. So there's some sort of tension, some sort of inner battle that you've been having for quite some time, I feel. And it's almost like you are given the chance to revisit the past karmically. I did mention this is about karmic clearing as well. And it's almost like I feel this is allowing you to completely transform. It's like something is happening where you are completely changing the past, almost like transmuting it, changing the energy, you know, clearing the karma from it, okay, and really finally being able to step through the door where you can actually share your life in a better way with other people and within the world as well. Okay, so I don't know what this is, but it's a real it's a real it's a beautiful thing. It's a gift here. You're being given the gift of kind of atonement. This is it, you know, the past, it's right, okay, that contract's sealed, you know, that's done, disappear with it, you know. So I really like this. It's yeah, this is going to be a lot more security, but a lot more heart-based security for you as well, Capricorn. You know exactly what you always want, but that you might not have. Right, okay, you look like you have sunburn, Tanya. I have a suntan, but it's really hot in here. It's about 50 degrees in here. So I think it's actually more blood pressure, Jan. Really hot. Right, okay. Right. So yeah, exactly. Da-da. So Capricorn, this is saying emotional transformation, release, freedom. It's safe for you to express how you feel, let it all out. Relationships deepen as a result. So this is it. There's some emotional breakthrough coming for you that you haven't been able to have until now, okay? And it's beautiful. It's almost like I feel that heart cracking open a little bit. It's like, yay, Capricorn's getting all soft and gooey. It's been around 40. Yeah, Jan. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, I'm driving around in that car with the roof off, and it's just like, oh man. And then the pigs now, I've been, I think I'm going to get wrong off my flatmates because I've been like talking to the pigs, the wild pigs, and then now they come every day and they're actually coming up to the door now. Right, okay, they shouldn't be doing that. So yeah. I love them, they're really funny. Right, okay, so that's Capricorn. Yeah, I've done Capricorn, yes. So this is Aquarius. Get the barbecue ready. Do you not find when it's really hot, you just don't want to eat? You know, I'm like going out and I'm having kind of one meal a day, and that's it. You know, I just kind of, but drinks. I went to the shop the other day and I came back and I had Diet Coke, which I know I shouldn't drink, but I had Diet Coke, I had Fanta Lemon, I had vanilla milk, I had tropical fruit juice. I just bought all the drinks in the shop because I was that thirsty. It's really funny. Right, you'll never get rid of them now. I know. And then the dogs go mad. But poor Hendrix, he's like, he could smell it, but he's getting that blind now. It was right in front of him and he couldn't see it at first. Bless him. he's really he's deteriorating a lot, Hendrix, at the moment. It's, you know, my little babes, you know. Right. So Aquarius. What they're saying here is for you, I feel this solar eclipse and new moon is a lot based around your work. Okay, you're the first one where it's coming, where it's based around your work, it's based around your long-term future, it's based around your long-term security. Okay, so it's good. It's really, there's going to be things that are cementing. There's a big cause for celebration as well here. But what I want to say to you, Aquarius, is be careful not to make work your life. Okay, work to live rather than live to work, because that is there's a chance that this could happen long term. But you want this long-term security, but you've also got to keep your freedom as well. Okay, anything that costs you your life and your friendships or anything like that is not worth it. Okay, even if it's going to bring long-term security. So it's strike a nice balance with this. Oh, thank you, Good Witch Intuitive. Thank you so much. So I hope that makes sense to you, Aquarius. You know, it's like I say, you know, do what you can. You want that security, but don't sacrifice other things, because you might find that when you go back to them with this, look, I've got all this security, it's like, right, okay, where have they gone? You know, so you need to have a bit of freedom and a bit of playtime as well. Okay, that's what it's all about, this Cancer moon, playtime. You know? Who was it? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I've really been having this thing about work, because I have a lot of work. I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, okay? And I love them, and they're all really creative and fantastic, and I really want to get them out there for you. But I'm really kind of enjoying life at the moment as well. And there's a lot of things happening, and I'm meeting a lot of people, and there's a lot of collaborations and creative stuff. And I'm really missing my creative side. You know, I was an artist for years, and, you know, when I'm creating, that is my key. You know, that's what keeps my soul alive. So I've been like having this thing where I'm like, oh, I should be working more, or I should be working on that. And like I say, you know, what I realize is that this is, you know, this is an experience I'm having on this island that won't last forever. You know, the wheel always turns. So what I want to do is I really want to make the most of it without the guilt and the heaviness with it, you know. So I had this realization the other day, and then what I realized was doing what I'm doing anyway is inspiring anyway, because it's showing people that they can live this life. And yeah, it's almost like, you know, work is there, but it's not the be all and end all. You know, my job is to live, you know, and with that living, what I'm doing is I am gaining so much experience, so much knowledge. The people I'm coming into contact with are, you know, inspiring me, they're educating me, you know. So really, I'm doing work, I'm doing research on what I do and what I preach here, you know, by actually just going and living my life rather than sitting behind a desk and doing all the work. So I hope that makes sense. Why is everybody saying legendary tarot? Has he come in? Has he? Or not? I don't know. Should have worked more. No one ever said on your deathbed. Exactly, Jan. You know, and I'd like to say things haven't always been easy. You know, so this I'm taking it, and I'm taking it without the guilt. Yeah, I am. You know, and I'm sorry that means you don't see as much of me. But like I say, I still drop in on Instagram and things like that, and I will be back properly. But at the moment, you know, I'm living. This is it. You know. Right. Can someone please remind me the name of the reader Tanya mentioned around the Virgo reading? Yeah, it was Legendary Tarot. Yeah, that's who it was. I thought he'd come in there. I was going to say, hey. So let's find me looking messages. People want you to live and be happy more. I've just a message has just come through there from a friend of mine, and I mean, in the last week, I've heard of two people. One of them is somebody very close to me. It's their partner, their girlfriend, and you know, who was passed at the age of 43. And then today I've heard about another one, 44, you know, and that is my age. I lost my best friend he died at the age of 44 as well, you know, and it's like none of us know when our stop clock is going to stop ticking, you know, and I'm having these magical experiences and I want to really, really take them like woof, you know. And the thing is, I've asked people when I've done readings, like, if you found out you had 6 months to live, what would you do differently? What would you change? And, you know, people have so many changes that they would do. And I actually at the moment have none. There isn't. The only thing I would change is to maybe have my daughter hear more, you know, and my loved ones. But apart from that, I would not change a thing. And to be in that situation, you know, is I'm very, very blessed, but I'm not lucky because I took steps to get myself here. So I just want to experience that, and it's almost like I'm filling my memory bank with all of these experiences, you know. And it's like I say, when the sun goes down and, you know, it's winter, then I'll do what I need to do. But the only person putting pressure on me is myself, you know. That's what I've actually realized. So yeah, I hope that makes sense with people. Thank you. Yes, I'm my dad live. Thanks, 24. Yeah, I just told that Im Tanya came over because of your recommendation. He was so excited. He just sent a bunch of his people to love and subscribe. Ah, yay, we've got a legendary tarot and a love for the tarot collaboration. Yeah. I would spend more time with my kids. Exactly. You know, this is what I was talking about, you know, the mother thing in the beginning. You know, like how many times when we're mothers, we're like, the kids are going, Mom, yeah, play with me. And we're going, yeah, hold on a second. I need a hoover. I need to get the washing done. I need to do all of this. And these are valuable, valuable moments with our children. You know, massively valuable moments with our children. So, you know, sometimes it's just drop everything. Everything will get done. You know, it's not a problem. Like I say, if there's dust there, it's only there to write I love you in. You know, take these experiences because you know, it's not a dress rehearsal. We don't get another chance at it. You know, we really, really don't, you know. So it's like, take it when it's there. Grab life by the horns and fucking live it, you know, because, you know, what is it? Yeah. People say we only live once. We don't, you know, we only die once. That's it. We have every single day we get up and we have a chance to live it, you know, and this is what we've really, really got to do. And the more people that start living their lives, the more people will start loving their lives, you know, and the more there will be love in the world, because at the moment, everybody is just like, I've got to work. Something's hard. These people I'm collaborating with these, this Croatia thing, I love them because all they do is play. You know, they play all the time, but the work that they get done and the knowledge and the wisdom that is amongst these people, it's like boom, you know, and you spend time with them and you're literally, you know, you have so much fun with them. But in this fun, it's work, you know, we're working within that environment and it's just poof, bang, these are my people, you know. Nice, but I feel my father's around me, I communicate with them. Clean up my sword stuff so the kids won't have to, and maybe burn a few diaries. That's why I don't write them. All my diaries are up in there or on Instagram when I write them. So I done Aquarius there. Did I do a spirit card for Aquarius? No. Or did I? Yes, I did. Did I? Sorry, can somebody tell me? Well, by the end of it, I always get a bit. Did I do a spirit card for Aquarius there? I know I was talking about not working to and not living to work, and I don't know if I've done that. Yes, Angie, yes, I like that. Not guaranteed a long life, so you need to live now. Exactly. You know, why do people wait until they retire to enjoy themselves, and then their bones are like, duh, duh, duh. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, your vibe attracts your tribe, yeah. It does. Right, okay. So, Aquarius, this is what it's saying. Don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside of your heart. An eternal place beyond time filled only with love. Okay? So that's it. You know, you don't get caught up in the drama of work. You know, get into that place of love and love and life. And this is what I feel the solar eclipse is going to tell you. Right, okay, so that is Aquarius. So we've just got Pisces, yeah? This is the last one, yeah? Pisces. Pisces. I love Pisces. I met somebody the other week who was just the epitome of Pisces, and I was like, yay! I like this. Okay. Always got monkey feet walking in barefoot until I tried to know. You know what? I was out last night and I ended up going to a club. I'd been to one where there was like an African band on, which was great, and then we ended up going to a club like in the town. So it's different, you know, to our little hippie pod. And somebody stopped me and they went, "Why are you not wearing shoes?" I was like, "Because I like the feeling under my feet." I'm like, all right, okay. And everybody's there with the big high heels and that, and I'm just completely barefoot. Right, okay, so Pisces. What is this? I'm coming for you. Pisces. Right, okay, Pisces, right. I like this. I feel this is thank you, Zully. Thank you for that. Right, okay. So Pisces, I feel this full moon is like sorry, I'm just getting exactly what they're saying with it here. You're seeing things from a different perspective, okay? This solar eclipse is going to make you really look at things differently, okay? You're gonna step back and take stock of how things are and how things have been and how you want your things to be as well. Because as I said in the beginning, that this solar eclipse and this moon is going to open doors for a lot of us, okay? And it's almost like I feel it could bring a little bit of indecision in with you, okay? Because you're kind of looking that way. It's almost like you've come to a crossroads, and you're at the crossroads, and it's like, right, which side do you take, okay? I feel one of the paths is something that you know you've been down, one of the paths is something completely new. But what I want to say with this is I really get a feeling of just being childlike, okay? Run up to this crossroads and see which way you go, because this is where I feel there's the positivity, okay? You might have to leave behind something or some old way of thinking or old way of being, okay? But it's almost like that's because it's time now. You know, there is some part of your spirit that spirit is sorry, that's in there. That spirit want to wake up. They want to kind of give you that boost. They want you to be as strong as you can be, and they want you to be ping like sharp. That's it. They want you to be on point, okay? And this involves taking a leap of faith and following their guidance. Okay, so it's like I say, they're going to show you that please don't have disappointment for the past or anything that actually could leave your life over this solar eclipse, because it's almost like, right, that's it. It's had its time. Okay, be thankful for it and then look forward. There's a little bit of defensive with you in here, a little bit of resistance, maybe not wanting this to happen, because it's, oh, well, I planned this for the future. But what they're saying is, look, you are, spirit are looking on you with love. They are trying to clear your path, if that makes sense. Which, when we do that, it's almost like this is where there needs to be changes. When I said, what was it at the beginning, it's almost like, are you going to let go of the life you've had in order to get the life that you want, okay? Or the life that you you could have, because what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a lot of flow, I'm seeing a lot of love, I'm seeing a lot of kind of, when I was talking about this in the beginning, this like nurture, this caring aspect and stuff like that, it's all there for you, but it means kind of, you know, stepping through that door, taking that other path, okay? And then okay, so there you go. The card that fell out for you is inspiration. I always see this as birth as well. If you look at the image, you'll be able to see why. This says, your love, light and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration and healing result. And that's interesting as well, because often when we, you know, when we hang on to something or someone, when it's past the sell by date, when it's like, you know, but we still carry on, what we then do, and it's because we don't want to hurt somebody or things like that, you know, we've all been in this situation, but what we then do is we are delaying their chance at healing and their chance at moving on and learning a very powerful lesson. So we think that we're doing good for them when really we're not. You know, the best way to be with everybody is honest and truthful, you know, and then when we have that, you know, then you know, we're all going on, because it's all just lessons, you know, this is it, it's all just little lessons that we're having in life, okay? So trust the process and know that there's good things coming as well, Pisces, okay? So that's it. I'm done. I'll just read these messages and see what we've got. Thank you, dear Tanya, for sharing your talents and gifts with us. Thank you for watching, Zilly. You mentioned Kuwait, a beautiful place, was just there last year. Check out Tracy, check out saleexperienceaway.com and you will see what the Croatia thing was I was talking about. Tried knitting, but I have no patience. I love making quirky earrings. Yeah, hoping to sell them. This is it, you know. We all, this little inner child wants to create. Wants to create. Spirit, I love feeling creative. Good night. Eileen, let us know when you have a shop. We'll support it. Yeah, Angie. I tried to make a dream catch Andy and I wouldn't have caught a fly. I never give up creating. Exactly. You know, this is it. We need to create. You know, you give any child pen or whatever and they just sit and draw, and that's the beauty, you know. When we're creating, it's like, you know, we're changing the world in our own way, you know, and we're changing us as well, because we all have creative sides in us. It's my key thing when I was working with my coach, my key thing within my work, and I didn't realize it was, I put truth and trust, and it came out, it was creativity. If I'm not being creative, if I'm not creating, I'm you know, I go insane. Lots of stuff. Dream catchers are one of my favorites. Looking forward to good night. Have some stuff up on Etsy. Yay! Right. Thank you so much for all this wonderful wisdom this morning. I have a ring made in India that looks so much like your ring. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned that the other day. It's yeah, I like it. I like it. And this one, I found this was my mum's wedding ring. And I didn't even realize, oh, look, there's this suntan. I didn't even realize I had it with me, but I really like it on my little hand. And I got, you see my little sparkly nails. I got them because they reminded me of the ruby slippers. And I was like, I'm going home. It's like, I'm not going to be in Kansas anymore. So I needed to just have that reminder. The children I work with have autism, and the creative energy amazes me. Letting go and just enjoying the process. Exactly. You know, exactly. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. So, right. Okay. I'm going to go. Have an absolutely fabulous Cancer new moon. Have a very, very positive solar eclipse, and know that whatever comes up is for us. Okay. It's pushing us forward. This is it. You know, it's nothing is happening to us. It is for us. Okay. And like I say, there's a lot of questions will come up, but you know, these questions are questions that we need to ask ourselves. That's why they're being brought to the surface. So anything that comes up that's being brought to the surface is because it's time to get rid of it. Okay. There's a message in it, you know, even in the pain. Okay. So have an absolutely fabulous time, and fear of the unknown, yeah, but make it excitement. You know, that's when we have adventures. We appreciate you. I appreciate you too as well. And yes, I will enjoy the UK, and I will enjoy the graduation, and I will no doubt be one of these uncool mums that just cries and stuff like that. Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh God, mom," and you know. But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a very defining moment. And what she said to me was, "This is an achievement for you as well, mom." So I was like, "Yes." So I will have an absolute ball, and yeah, I'm going to take some love to Newcastle, and I'm going to leave it there because I'm not going back. It's scared. I'm scared to go back. It's bizarre. But yeah, so I'll see you all when I come back. Okay. And if anybody does want a personal reading with me, just click the link below and it will take you to my website, and I have availability from the 16th of July. Okay. Satnam.